Greetings once more. So, the drinks have been flowing well, have they? Fine rum here at the establishment. Makes you think of the old days. But of course, I shouldn't sit and reflect too much. There's a tale to tell. And the pirates that we've been speaking of have yet more adventures to speak of. Dagon's jaws have not completely crushed them in their grasp. No, they've seemingly torn the jaws open to discover the dark secrets hiding in the darkness of this place. Strange things afoot. Castaways, metal men, and the dead risen from the shores. Well, the dead still stalk those waters. So sit down, order another round. It's time for me tale to continue. Greetings, everyone, and welcome once more to Buccaneers of the Shackled Sea. It is I, your illustrious DM, Dracovin, welcome you this day, and my lovely cast of pirate characters. Yar. But yes, if you missed last week, they headed to Dagon's Jaws, successfully navigated it, discovered the secret of Dagon's Jaws that, hey, yes, the tides are really terrible, but it turns out there's also horrible hordes of undead that stalk those waters, that it turns out if you should hit anything and slow your ship down, they use it as an opportunity to pounce upon you and murder everybody on board. And then it doesn't even matter that you're, like, having trouble. Your ship is slightly damaged, but you're all dead anyway. You know, the usual.
Undead jerks.
Yeah. Made it to a nice island, found a mystical fountain, found an inevitable, helped him escape from his job and his contract by finishing the contract's exact the clause to, like, end it. You end claused. And then you found some nice castaway pirates that were trying to threaten you, but it didn't take anybody of any kind of... It was very easy to notice that they were just going to probably not be a problem. So, you've now rescued them, but you've learned that Rotgram, the man that you were searching for here, is unfortunately dead. You did find his body in amongst the undead. You had liberated him from Undeath. But unfortunately, his information on Harrigan is in a very dangerous place. Inside a cavern that, at low tide, is about 10 feet above the waterline. At high tide, the entrance is flooded. And inside that cavern is the lair of these creatures, who they are known to drag ships into there and break the sails off so they'll fit. It's very obvious that they can only get those ships in during high tide. Because 10 feet above water level otherwise. So, what is your plan?
I'm currently just browsing my spell list to get an idea of what good spells would be good against undead. And considering I have a cleric's list, I probably got something.
Things to do positive energy damage, like positive pulse.
Yeah. Oh, is that a spell?
I don't know if it's a cleric spell. I think it is.
Yeah, I have channel energy, which I can do damage, but it's 4d6, which isn't great. Save for half, which my save is, I think, my DC 10 plus wisdom plus half character level. So, I have
more, but they might take more because they're undead.
No, only undead take damage from that.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
yeah. I can consecrate a 20-foot radius, which gives them a -1 penalty to damage, attack rolls, and saves. If we fight them on, like, a ship, I can consecrate, like, the deck. I'm just running through ideas. as I'm quickly just searching through my spell list to consider my options.
I mean, I'd have that ready in case they do attack the ship. That would at least...
Yeah. It's only a 2nd level spell, so I can have that prepared, no problem whatsoever.
You mean you can weaponize your cure spells?
Yeah.
Would that deal more damage than me stabbing something? Maybe.
Possibly
If they can't,
the higher level.
If I can crit something, no. If I can't crit it, then it might actually be better. Yeah.
Remember, if with the ones we fought, if you don't have at least a plus...
Yes,
Oh,
these guys have
3
DL.
weapon...
I can
You
bypass
left.
that. Swift action, I can make my weapon a +4 at this level, or +3 or something. So, not a huge problem for me. I have magic weapon. I think I have greater at this level, so I can cast that onto someone's weapon. Let me just check to make sure I have greater. That's a good call.
Unfortunately, Greater is only +2 at this level. You gain the +3 at 12th level.
Yeah.
Does it not stack on top? Is it, or it doesn't? It just
No, it's whatever's highest.
Your special ability
one-
does specifically
Yeah.
because it mentions it kind of stacks.
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
things.
I got you. Yeah, I'm 1 level off. That's unfortunate.
Mhm.
And it's a 4th level spell, so it's not worth using unless I could have done it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wasn't there also a special material?
Yeah, but that would take way too long.
Well, no, but if it's silver or something,
Ooh. Yeah, we learned what that was.
You did indeed learn.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
It was silver.
Yeah.
Oh, it's silver. Okay.
Silver.
So
And
yeah, we
is
had
there a spell that
silver.
does that?
It might be.
I know there's an item you can get which is silver sheen, which you can coat a weapon in silver.
Silver sheen is only worth it for ammunition. It goes away after 1 hit on melee weapons.
The silver blanch, I think, is the one you want.
Maybe that's what it is.
Blanch
I know there's ways to silver a weapon like temporarily.
Yes.
There is a spell. It's not on my spell.
If you have stuff to stop poisons and diseases,
Yeah, I will cast on us communal delay poison. Which will last. There's 5 of us. It'll last 11 divided by 5, so over an hour. Oh, over 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes each.
poison would be bad, yo.
Yeah, I can't do anything. Yeah, I could delay poison. And then we can have Sandra.
Sandra's not on the ship.
Oh, yeah, she is doing something else. Well, then we will have to deal with the consequences of the poison.
At least not in the middle of battle.
Yeah, I will not prepare neutralized poisons. I'm going to be honest. I can prepare 1 neutralized poison. I have the spells for that.
Yeah, but at the very least, we wouldn't be affected in the middle of a battle, which is more important.
Yes.
Yeah, 100% agree. That's why I usually prepared it. I just didn't because I had water walking and water.
Do we need like water breathing and dispel magic? Do you think?
If you can cast water breathing,
Okay,
then that's probably good. So I can change my spell.
I'll do that.
I will tell you, there will be like no place to anchor your ship that will be safe if you go at low tide. If you go at high tide, because it's 10 feet down from the cave. If you go at high tide, your masts won't fit. So you'd have to remove the masts in order to get the ship in there and just row it. So it's difficult to enter there, regardless. And because especially like, if you keep your ship outside, the waves out there will probably crash your ship into the shore unless you have someone else watch it. And then you have to worry about possibly leaving someone behind, the ship getting attacked.
I would just say that it would be better for the ship to get close enough that we can just launch it. One of our smaller boats.
Well, I'm talking about using your smaller boat.
Oh.
I'm talking about that.
Okay.
Your big boat could still get there too. It'd still be very difficult. It is not in a very convenient spot for it to get to. Possible, but not convenient.
Well, we could prepare for.
I mean, how long would it take to take down the mast?
I'd say
Not that long. It'd be pretty quick.
You probably have like the mast can be taken down. Honestly, it's not an easy thing, but it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't.
On the smaller vessel, it's definitely a lot easier than something like on your big vessel.
Oh yeah. Because I was gonna say it might just be worth it to row there then, and not have to and be able to go in and not have to worry about it.
Well, there would be okay, we could do that. Oh, I'm out.
Although the only thing is, I wouldn't be able to be much help with rowing because my strength is crap.
We would bring some sailors with us, I think.
Well, also, how many people can we fit?
I guess enough to row the ship, right? Otherwise, the ship would be pretty.
Well,
useless.
right, and obviously enough to row the ship. But I'm saying, who with taking all 5 of us, how many more people could we bring with us? I don't know how big this smaller ship is.
Not
Probably
super big. It's like you have to think
2
about.
dozen people.
No, even 2 dozen is too many.
Okay.
I'd say like comfortably probably fit like maybe a dozen people because you have to think about it. It's a barely a step up from just an average rowing vessel, and an average rowing vessel could probably fit very easily. Like it's got like
maybe 6.
Yeah, maybe
Probably.
6, maybe 9 that squeeze a little bit more. Like you could have like, but usually it's got like less than that. And this is it's like a rowing vessel, but it's also got like probably like a small underneath where it's got like a little bit of storage, but it's not like you can actually go like underneath. And it's got the mast. So might not even have a desk. It might just have the mast like in the center of it. Honestly, I'm just trying to think of like what it is because of how it's on your boat. Because it's like it's displayed on the man's promise. Let me. I'm just gonna go to the vessel as like 15 foot long. Yeah, so they're 15 foot long, 1 mast rowing vessels. 15 feet long is not much.
No.
So, certainly, yeah. You can remove the mast and just use it as a rowing vessel. But again, like, you could maybe get like a dozen people if you kind of squeeze them in on that thing then, I think. But less than that probably would be a lot more convenient.
How many people do we need to row the vessel? Is what these are being said.
You could probably get away with 1 person rowing, but it would be kind of difficult in the currents. You'd probably want at least 3, but then they'd be just basically using both rows at once, or 6 if you want to team it.
Okay, so we get Yaalkol on one side and like 2 dudes on the other, and then we're about even.
Well, that's like if you'd like want Yaalkol in the middle to be doing 2, and then like 2 people on either side doing the pair, you know.
Yeah, mostly if we wanted, that's probably our minimum, right? I don't think anyone else has the strength to probably want to continue.
I mean, I have a strength of 10.
I have strength of 14.
So actually, it's not horrible. It's not negative.
Misty's somewhat buff.
Mm-hmm.
Misty could probably help, definitely.
So, if we want to do minimum of NPC sailors, we can get away with 1, but maybe we just bring.
We have these cool, strong Marine boys who are higher level that could probably put up some kind of a fight compared to sailors.
Yeah, if we want to deal with controlling.
We'll bring the dwarf in. The dwarf and my other dudes can watch the little boat.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could leave the Marines behind to protect the boat.
Yeah, we can grab the Marines then.
We've got our good pantsless dwarf friend. He can do something for once.
He has pants on right now.
Undead or evil, correct?
Usually.
Traditionally.
Normally.
Typically evil.
You normally don't meet good undead.
Couple exceptions. These guys seem pretty evil.
They do seem fairly evil.
I also believe I rolled like a 25 religion check on them. And
They're
got
fairly
said
evil.
And
Okay.
keep an eye out for dolphins.
Yeah, they'd like to be dolphins.
Dolphins are.
Or manta rays.
Or dolphin manta rays.
Would that be
So,
that'd be
all-
weird?
That
All
would
are-
stand out.
Our enemies are all sea creatures.
They all see life.
All sea life. Restoration's level 2, so that's another level 2 spell. Then I'll take one more paralysis.
Yeah,
Just in
they
case.
can paralyze.
Yeah, I'm just preparing my spell list considering I am.
Did we
The
take a
loser.
rest before coming over, or
That's up to
Okay.
you.
Yes,
I don't
we
think-
take a rest.
I mean, if you want to.
Let
I
me
would like
prepare
to, because
spells
then
that
I have
can
all
do
my
it.
charmed lives back.
You don't need those. Why would you
Wait.
need those? You're fine.
Well, considering dealing with the first batch, I used all of them.
No, you're fine.
Don't get hit
Okay.
all.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Preparing my spell list takes a minute because we have to consider. I will. How big is this boat in terms of radius? Or is it less than 40 feet long?
Yes. As I said,
Okay,
this
cool.
boat is like
Guys, if we fight on the ship, consecrate. I can consecrate the whole ship. I'll take it. Why not? -1 to do attack rolls, right? So like,
Yeah.
pretty good for us. All right.
How long does that last?
2 hours per level. So I'm gonna do it before we even leave.
Yeah, that's just
That's
on
nice.
the ship for a while.
Yeah, that's on the ship for 22 hours.
Our ship's
So-
got to consecrate.
I don't think I have. I think what is it? If there's a the spell, the area that isn't in.
The area that's not in the
No,
ship would
it's
just doesn't matter.
No, I don't think there's any. I don't think the ship. I don't think I would put an altar in the ship. If there's an altar, shrine, or other permanent fixture of your deity, the bonuses are doubled. I don't think I have enough time to make a proper shrine.
You might have that on the real boat.
Yeah,
but probably not on
it's
this one.
Definitely in the real boat. I don't think it's on this boat, so I'm not. Yeah, don't even.
I mean,
not
unless
argue.
you want to make a makeshift.
No, I would have to probably spend like a week making one or some shit
Yeah.
like that. To be like proper
You just
for the
car-
consecrate
You just
spell.
carve her symbol into the ship. There we go.
Good
I
enough.
mean, hey, I would argue all ships are Besmara shrines.
That's not true at all.
In a way, yeah, I think that's
All pirate
very
ships.
true. I think we can
We
can
can-
make
wait,
an
I
argument
can-
here.
I can make that argument. No, I'm joking. Obviously.
Stuff
And
like that.
honestly, I think making a shrine on the technicality is something that Besmara would be very proud of.
She would. Well, I just don't think the
don't
magic
think she
works like that.
cares, man.
she's like,
Well, she
what
got
the hell
mad
did you
that
do
one
now? Oh
It's
God.
like I said, your
Fine.
ship is a shrine. No, you know what? Fine, just whatever.
Whatever.
Okay, well,
God damn it.
But what if I
Blessed.
flew the black flag of the shackles? That's kind of. I mean,
That's
that
nice.
kind.
though.
I mean,
Not a,
that kind
religious,
of.
not a religious
that-
object, sorry.
Oh,
that's
weird.
just
I could
coded.
I'll take the bones of Besmara and
Alright,
put
you-
the ram on. Sorry.
You're doing what with my bones now?
Time-
God,
time to-
please
time
stop
to
that.
stop.
Fucking hell! These people are the worst. Why do I have this fucking Warpriest out here? Making my life kind of annoying.
Can you just not, please? Come on. Oh God. Oh.
He's using them as drumsticks now.
I'm gonna take away your blessing at this rate.
Don't
I'm
make me
just,
turn this boat around.
give me a couple. Give me. You guys filled the space with ideas. Give me like 2 more minutes to quickly scan through.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
I think the plan we have is just pretty solid, in all honesty.
yeah.
Simpler a plan, often the better.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could probably start rowing while you finish your Duelist.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, who's leading the crew?
I will. It's
Then I need
diplomacy
a
check.
knowledge
Sailor.
geography from you, not a
Oh,
sailor.
No. Then
Because
we
you
get
are
the
not
dwarf.
actually sailing.
Then the dwarf does it. Or
the
take
dwarf,
whoever's knowledge you have.
the dwarf will have to make a profession sailor if he's leading it, because he's actually sailing. So whoever's rowing, whoever's in charge of the rowing, gets to either make a profession sailor, or if you're a person that's commanding the rowers, basically it's like whoever's in charge is either being the one in charge of. It's basically being in charge of navigation.
Oh,
So
I
well,
don't have
No.
any geography.
Well, I'm rowing. I have a 9 sailor, which
Oh,
isn't
right.
great.
I have
what-
a sailor, but I'm not rowing. I'm just passing.
what's your geography, Jacob?
I only have a 6 on that.
Oh, well,
That makes sense. Geography doesn't come up a lot.
yeah.
it is
I
one of
have-
those ones that's actually needed for this entire thing. No one uses.
Yeah, well, I'm saving it for a headband for it, okay? It's
Yeah.
expensive.
The dwarf only has
So-
a 10 anyway, so it's not much better.
This is the constant great thing, so you can read it, Tantus, whenever you feel like it.
I will keep it in mind for when it comes up.
Okay.
If it comes up.
I do have the holy water.
Who,
I do have it on my character sheet.
who has the
Does
higher
have a
modifier?
map help at all?
What does the map do? Or-
No, I'm just saying, since we have the map here, does it help at all?
God.
with not-
Oh
not-
God,
like I
no!
It's
No.
not that type of map.
It's a basic like layout of the place. It offers nothing to the various.
It was worth a shot of asking.
It wasn't a bad question. I will say it wasn't a bad question, but it does not offer, unfortunately, nothing towards the navigation of various shoals, atolls,
Yeah.
coral
keep
reefs,
for-
and various things that you're going to have to avoid. Fortunately, your boat is being rowed and is not taking through the gap. But this area is very dangerous, as it is also got basically horrible tidal waves washing into a rocky like cliff face constantly, meaning it bashes a lot of stuff into the rocks, especially when you get crazed. And
The
you're trying to
useful
navigate
thing-
into a cave.
The useful thing I can do is I can keep lookout, because I have an 18 perception.
Not bad to do.
So I will keep an eye out for anything that is worrisome, including anything approaching the ship.
Okay. Alright, so certainly you can keep a lookout for anything approaching the ship and keep it in mind.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
the most useful thing I can do.
Who is leading the way? I will let anybody that is participating in the rowing assist you if they want to.
Who's rowing?
Right now, you have you, Yaalkol, and I guess, did you want, like, Harsk and Lucian and Landless there, too? You could have those three.
Yeah, because they're like here to watch the boat.
Yeah. So you can double up, like, you know, Yaalkol's got his own set of oars, and everybody else has each one set of oar, too.
Based, y'all cool.
I mean, like,
Yeah, if you guys, if the people rowing want to assist me in a sailing check,
if Yaalkol gets first choice, if not,
Yeah.
I can have a couple of these people, like,
does
click some
Yaalkol want to
buttons.
assist in the sailing? I don't know what Yaalkol sailing even is. He's never handled a boat before.
I
pretty
have
good, actually.
11 profession sailor. So
I think
it's
you should
not
lead
bad.
then. Because I have a 9.
Y'all cool leads.
Okay.
Let's
I'll roll my
go.
help check. There, you get some help from me.
This dwarf, who's actually probably the best one here, will help out too. I didn't realize he had better than everybody. I think he's got the best. Let me just check.
That's 2 helps.
All right. Well,
So,
that's a 25.
Yeah, 25. That's it's not bad.
25 is not bad.
Time to
all right.
crash the rock and die, boys.
Refer me to the real ones.
Certainly, you're trying to go at high tide because you're trying to like sail your boat into the area that you're trying to go in, and certainly navigating these waters is difficult. But fortunately, high tide has one advantage. You tend to be a bit above some of those like shoals and stuff that you'd be ramming into a lot, especially in this area. Where the waves are actually like crashing up to the sides of these rocky shores. So it does make it a little easier in that way. But now I will need from Everybody that's rowing, I guess we'll say a Constitution check. Actually, no. Make it a fort save. We'll say a fort save, just because this is an endurance test.
That's bad.
I will say, we can actually cast. No, damn, never mind. I thought the Staff of Journeys would have something for that and endure elements, not like a exhaustion.
I'm gonna roll these 26.
Actually, 19 is pretty okay on a save, I guess. Those guys are fucked.
Let me just check your fort save.
Any others?
Okay.
So Yakula needs to make one.
Fort save, Captain.
Alright.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh, God, you roll it low.
Failures across the board.
That's gonna be a cringe from this guy.
Let me just check something here.
They all die.
I'm
Alright.
generally a fan of when you don't check things.
Alright.
Someone cast Finger of Death, all of us die.
So
Yeah, we would all die.
I'm gonna need another profession sailor check from Yaalkol. Myste, you can assist.
Oh no.
So I actually can't really fail an assist, just as a note.
Okay.
Really
I'll roll
fucking
anyways, 'cause I
praying
like
for rain.
Okay. That's definitely
Crashing
an
time,
assist.
boys.
All right. So you're kind of shooting the gap. I have to find out how many. Let's see here. How many hit points does a rowing ship have? How much does your ship have? God, I gotta.
A fucking like 1,700.
Yeah.
Your ship has 1,700, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Our ship has a lot.
Your ship has a lot. But it's a big ship. Yeah.
There's probably maybe in the player's guide.
The player's guide might have a rowing vessel.
I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, the should be in the.
God, I always lose.
I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got it open. It's just loading.
Okay. That makes it easier that I don't have to open that up because I know what.
In a rowing boat.
Yeah, rowing boat.
Oh, where are boats?
Preparing my spell.
Boaty boat. Okay.
Okay. Couldn't have had some damage.
I don't know about you guys, but my roll was kind of shit.
Rowboats.
Oh, your war.
HP 60.
Oh yes, 60.
I don't know if you know this. That's not a high roll. A 5.
Well,
We're a little more than a
would you say
rowing
this is
boat.
a rowboat or a ship's boat? That matters. Ship's boat is a little bit bigger.
Ship's boat, I would say this would be, yeah.
120.
120.
Okay,
Yeah, that makes
so you're
sense.
probably not going to be destroyed, but you will still take 29 damage, as you're going to get stuck on some rocks. There's like
Lovely.
a rocky outcropping that's not even as you're approaching, and you kind of have gotten stuck on it, kind of having your ship kind of just bashed.
Hey,
into
watch out for those rocks.
You're currently very stuck, though.
I shoot Chester.
The waves are certainly like lapping in. There's probably like a little bit of like some cracks from where you bashed into it. Maybe like a little bit of like a little bit of water coming in from like a little bit of leak, and like
Where have we crashed?
I would say like if you're looking at let's go about this map for everybody here. If you're looking at the map, and it would be kind of like in this area here, like there's more like. There's these big rocks here, but there's probably like little like rocky outcroppings and stuff along the way of this area that make it also dangerous to navigate. And like they're still far enough apart. But you like kind of got stuck up in like a wave that you couldn't control, and it kind of like bashed you into one of these. As they're like like sharp rocky escarpments that are slowly being like eroded away. Probably.
Don't we
left
have a
us-
wand to make whole?
Yes. So we can repair the thing.
Yes, you can repair
Getting
the
us
thing.
unstuck is a different matter.
Yes.
What's the plan for unsticking us? We can't get out and push, really.
Yeah.
It's on the car.
Well, we can.
All right, then get out and push.
You're like wedged.
Well-
You're wedged. You're sort of like wedged in here. There's like a little bit of like part of the escarpment that like was kind of shaved away, and you've kind of wedged yourself in almost. That's why you're kind of stuck.
Are there any other rocks that we could tie a rope to and try to pull ourselves free?
Sure, but they're not close.
Well, we got someone with a swim speed.
I don't think anyone should be swimming in these waters.
I have water walk. So I can cast it. And I can cast it on just ping it.
Here, give it to me.
Well, I can it's creatures per level.
Oh, okay.
Basically what's going on is like you have to think about like it's like part of this rocky escarpment you're kind of stuck in had probably fallen away, and so there's like a little bit of like a smaller piece of it like kind of like still jutting out from the water that still was left over from a collapse from above that hasn't collapsed in below the water level, and you kind of just got junked right in between the two of them by the wave. And now like it was like a slightly bigger wave, so now like you're down, like the waves have dropped a little bit. It's not enough to like you're still getting hit by those waves, but that most are probably shoving you in there more rather than taking you out at this point in time. I would say it's probably a couple 100 feet away to the next one. You certainly would have enough rope. You usually have a lot of rope, but you have to figure out what kind of leverage you would have at that point in time.
Okay.
Someone else has a better idea. That's the only thing.
Water walking, you could actually get out and push, though. I mean, like, that is
I can guess on all of us, it lasts 110 minutes. Probably should do that.
Okay.
Unless someone has a other idea.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Heck, at that point, we don't even have to push. We could probably just pick it up and...
Well, it's
the boat's really fucking heavy.
Everybody gets out and walks a boat to shore.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you've got
funny.
magic that makes you kind of float, so like you don't have like a very solid basis.
Yeah,
you know.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's gonna be like
Well-
yes, you can give some leverage, but it's probably not gonna be like as much as if you'd be on solid ground.
I'll make one sentence. It does say it acts as if it was solid ground.
It's solid ground that you're floating above that moves though too because of waves, so that's probably going to be disorienting.
Lip sealed, no argument.
Look,
No,
we're not
I was
gonna,
just
look, we're not gonna roll above 2 this game. Just let us have it.
I just figured I would say that. Okay.
You
Yeah,
can
let-
totally roll
It's
above
so
like a
solid.
2. You could
No.
roll like a 3.
4.
Oh,
Nah,
5.
Not possible. Unlikely.
Oh, sorry. Wait, we're not discounting.
Bingo?
I'm just finalizing my
ah.
spell list before I do anything else.
Well, how many of us could even assist in pushing the boat free?
Most of you who aren't rowing.
I don't think I have enough strength to make a difference.
Probably the people
I have
who
a
aren't
10,
rowing can
so
also
I
just,
can try.
get up off the. We're not tied to the oars, guys. We can just get off the oars and push.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People get off the oars,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, everyone off the boat would be... Well, you want to leave at least one person to control the boat, at the very least.
I mean,
I can
But-
steer a boat.
definitely that should be cool.
Between me
Strongest
and-
guy should be in the boat.
I mean, between Misty and Yaalkol, we could probably get it free.
Yeah.
It'll take a little bit of time, but certainly yes, you can get it free. You can make
I'm
sure.
not a huge problem.
Do you want to be bigger? Yeah, cool or
No.
Misty? Giant.
No,
Not-
not big right now.
That
Eventually, I
wouldn't
will.
help when they get back
That
in the
would
boat,
make it
though.
really difficult.
They're walking on water. It's fine.
Anyway,
We are currently water walking.
all right. I will need probably one more check then from whoever's
Keeping
leading.
an eye out, too, still.
Do you want? I'm gonna say. Do you want the dwarf to roll it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
his
mean, if
bonus?
he has the highest check, yeah.
He has plus 13.
Oh.
Still gonna
Plus
get
the difference.
assistance.
So some people assist him. Let's see what he rolls.
Assist.
So it's +4.
Okay.
And, of course, now you roll a 23.
Yeah. Well, now now I don't need it.
Well, it's just like I rolled a 6.
Well, +4 because Yaalkol and Myste auto assist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I auto assist.
I
Sorry.
just like rolling a die.
All right. So, certainly you will be able to get your boat into it, but unfortunately, with the time you took, the tide had been going down a bunch. So as you're kind of getting in, your ship will kind of just drag into the mouth of the cavern, like as one wave, with this kind of like wooden scraping noise that echoes throughout the area. As the wave just kind of moves you in, kind of as the waves are kind of dropping below high tide.
We're here!
Not a problem.
I mean, your boat currently can't get invaded by anything from the water.
Well, you say that, but if we take long enough with the decanter of endless water, we could fill this back up, boys.
No, probably not. Most definitely not.
So you can tell that this cave it goes down very quickly from the entrance, kind of down into a lower cavern, meaning that this here is the highest point, and certainly it seems like during high tide, water comes in and out, but now that the tide is kind of dropping below and very few waves are kind of coming over, it's leaving that a lot of this water is just kind of almost forming a kind of stagnant layer. Kind of with ripples left over from what is before. You can tell that the cavern opens up pretty quickly as you would move down it. So the thing about this map here, which I will switch us over to here for the map, is this is kind of like it's a walk into the water a little bit, and the water in this area, at very least, is not very deep, but it seems like it gets deeper. So I'm going to reveal a little bit. You can place your people around here, but you can tell probably around here it gets to swimming levels. Now granted, you can walk on water, so you could just be walking on water right now.
Actually, we don't have a choice, I think, in the matter, too. So.
Yeah, unless you dismiss the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is duration, so you can dismiss, correct? That's what the D means?
D means dismissal.
Yeah. Oh, that's what that means.
Yes.
Thank you. I learn something new every day.
Yeah, that means you can dismiss it.
I would like to remain water walking because, fun fact, my weapons don't work in the water.
The water in this cave, even with like seemingly the fresh water coming in, is like a sickly green color, and it just smells like dead things.
Okay. Can I cast a spell, Tantus?
Sure.
I cast a spell called Auras.
Yeah.
It gives me 120 feet of seeing alignment auras.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
It acts like detect evil. It acts like the detect evil spell.
You can see
Assuming it's dark in here.
It is. This is what you can easily see right now with the lights of Ray. I mean, the lights of day. There is some like lower light that kind of stretches in deeper towards these things, but it gets very dark towards the back. But right now, you went during the day. The light of the sun is coming in enough to like at least.
We
give
might
some.
need torches. That was what my point is.
Depending on how deep this goes and how many vessels that they've kind of shoved in here. You can tell it looks like these bunch of vessels, like there's some ships in here. And this area has like a massive vaulted ceiling, which probably might go up to very close to the top, those cliff faces were pretty high. This vaults up pretty high, maybe even towards like some of the cliff faces. So it's got this kind of like very big, almost like natural cathedral roof in this entire area.
I'm just gonna pull out a torch now.
I cast light on a button on your ship.
Okay.
You don't need to give me anything. I've goggles with night. Nope.
No need for a torch test.
Misty lowers these goggles
Just...
she's been wearing.
I'm helping you out. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I will say, I think if there's undead, they should radiate an evil aura. I should just be able to see it if it's in my LOS.
I think we see all of our
I don't know.
auras too.
Only yours because no one else projects them.
Currently, you would not see any, but there could be just positioning of there are very large ships blocking the way.
Yeah. I think I would see any below us too, because
Yes,
it's like
there is currently
okay.
you're not detecting anything below you in the water.
That's basically why I cast it, so we couldn't get like sprung up on, so I could see below us. Braid is massive, please. Well,
I'm gonna make a regular perception check just to see if I hear anything moving or anything.
Sure.
I'm also gonna cast something.
and we will all have communal delay poison.
Okay.
It lasts for an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. Oh wait, hour interval. Never mind. It'll be, I guess, 2 hours on me, or 2 hours on everyone, 3 hours on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to. Man, I haven't used my spells in so many sessions. I don't know where anything is.
I don't have any.
How do I
I'm
cast?
simple with this.
Yeah,
Right,
I
like,
look.
Me too, baby.
Oh yeah, spells.
Yeah, I have these guys.
Yeah, I have like, undead is like a cleric specialty, so I just have options.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just looking around going, do I hear anything? Do I see anything?
right. I'm gonna cast long shot on myself to give me higher range.
Okay.
I mean, a 37's pretty decent, I think.
Yeah.
Actually,
right now you kind of hear the sound of the waves coming in, the kind of creaking of the wood, because it seems like these ships, though they are fairly well like shoved in here, they creak a little bit with like each wave that kind of still comes in, and the waves aren't coming in very much. As I said, the tide is just about out of the cave, so occasional rare waves, like every couple of minutes, kind of come in, but you figure that'll stop soon enough.
Yeah.
As the tide is dropping below the cave entrance now.
As we start going into the cave entrance, Hantis, I'm gonna cast Bestow Inside of myself. Sorry, not Heightened Awareness on myself.
Okay.
Gives me a +2 perception and knowledge checks, and also 4 initiative check.
Okay.
all right, we've casted our spells. Mine aura sight's a minute per level, so maybe we should start moving in, boys.
How's someone also been?
Actually, as we're moving in, I'll cast another. Sorry, I just said we should start moving in, but then I saw this spell.
Honestly, I think probably just
War of Doom.
Yes, so
Probably
it lasts for 110 minutes,
Mhm.
and any non-allies within 20-foot radius of me must make a DC 18 will save or be shaken.
Hmm.
If they succeed the save, they are unaffected. If they leave and come back into the area, they must re-roll the save.
Okay. I'm just gonna do this because I might as well. There you go. There's the cave.
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 That's a lot of ships.
Yes.
That's a sizable amount of boats.
Mm-hmm.
We want to place Yaalkol and Jacub here so we can start moving in.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking in the wrong direction.
So was I. I'm like, where are you guys seeing this cave for the longest?
Yeah, I saw a cave to the left. I'm like, oh, there's some land over there. I don't see the ships, and then I'm over to the right. I'm like, oh, the ships are over that way.
There's so many squares.
It's big.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I see 5 of us right there.
I mean, I can just do like there we go. Hey, look, 1 square equals 5 feet. I've got that on the map at least.
No, I was making a joke about these 3 tokens being squares.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Hey, it's really hard to make a circular token.
I never do.
It's so difficult.
It takes like so much time.
Look, I gotta be honest, I
I'm
forgot how you
joking.
did it before, so I would take
It's token. Oh my god! It's just a website.
It's alright, don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
subscribe to peer pressure, bro. I'm like my own
I just
person.
uploaded the picture and dragged it on. That's all I did.
No, I'm not. I can't. The boomerism in that sentence, man, just hurt me so. to my
Nice,
core.
guys. Alright, let's go.
You're welcome.
Let's go. Revia just walks in. You know, she's done. Yeah.
Okay.
I will walk forwards. I'm not particularly worried. I should see any aura.
So
If I
certainly,
spot anything.
you've got a wall of ship blocking the way.
Go.
Good thing I have the legendary slippers of spider climb.
Yeah.
and then I grab the rope of climbing.
Okay.
So I will walk up, climb up a ship.
How tall are the ships?
Uh,
I don't know how tall a ship is in real life.
They could
fairly
be-
standard. These aren't as big as your ship. I would
Yeah,
say.
these are smaller.
They're 40 to 60, I would guesstimate.
But also, how much of the hull is in the water?
That's that matters.
They're 85 feet long. They're floating pretty standard berth. Honestly, it looks as though, like, you know, the cave that you went into was certainly big enough to, without the masts, to get these things to float into.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big cave entrance, you know. It like, the water doesn't, like, completely fill it during high tide. It's enough that, like, without the mast, these things could float, and the keels of ships this size wouldn't hit. It would be it's not, like, super far distance, but certainly, yeah, it's got some leeway. So at least like, these are the front of the ship is this one here is probably easiest. Honestly, it's the front of the ship, and this one doesn't have looks like it doesn't have multiple floors. This same with this one. This one, which seems a little bigger than the others, has like an upper floor. So that's probably a little more like 20 feet up, I'd say, of the water. With the back of the back of the ship. The other two are probably more like, honestly, like 10 feet up, because they're like single floor, just having like a floor down area down beneath. These are probably like either like converted like more like sailing ships that might have been converted to pirate ships, or they could have just been sailing ships of someone that just was crazy enough to go in there. Hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. We are talking about pirate.
Yeah.
It could be
Not known
ships,
as the
smaller
most
ones.
intelligent.
They technically count as sailing ships, but smaller sailing ships.
Interesting.
So they're putting the sailing ship size category up.
Yes.
Okay. We all cool with the rope of climbing plan?
Yeah, which boat do we want to go on?
I was just
I'm gonna
go
cast
up
my
this
boots,
boat.
use my boots of levitation, and just like start floating 20 feet up.
You
But you have
can't
to
move
be
it.
pushed then?
You can't.
Oh, you can move horizontal or vertically.
Yeah, you can move up and down.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, you
float
can move
up.
up
I'll
and
walk
down.
right up to the edge and just float to where that little thing that sticks out.
And pull yourself on, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, that's true. That's
Get
fair.
those noodle arms working, boy.
these big things are like all the masts that are actually here,
Yeah.
actually. So, like, the masts are around. They're just, like, been strewn about.
I guess for sake of the game, I climb up this mast and then I take a quick look to make sure I'm not like about to be jumped by a
I Raven Slide my way up there.
Hmm.
So Misty will poof into a flock of butterflies and then reappear over here.
I will have
Hello.
to climb because I have no way of doing
Should
that.
be noted that Misty isn't here yet. There is just a large, like person-sized flock of butterflies next to you.
I drop I
Do we have a
Drop you.
castle ladder?
I drop you the rope of climbing.
Does that give any bonuses to climb?
I tell it
It's
to
It's
knot
lower
itself.
DC.
If
Okay.
it's
tell it
knotted,
to-
you can just climb it.
Yeah, it's a 50-foot
Okay.
knotted rope. It's a DC 10 climbing check.
Mhm.
I think
thought
Rose
we
is
used
like
to
DC
drop
7.
the ladder or some
I
sort.
think the knot is like DC 5, honestly.
Yes.
Lower to
I
D- no, no.
automatically make the 10 on the.
Lower to DC of climbing check while using it by 10. It lowers it by 10.
Yes, you'd have to find. I think climbing on a rope is 10, so it lowers it to 0.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Well, I got a 10 anyway.
Congrats.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
You could always roll to climb faster.
So you can all get up onto the back of the ship here. Again, this seems to, like, you can tell this ship here that you're on seems to be the largest of all the ships. You don't recognize, like, you can see the name of this ship, you don't recognize it. It's certainly that one there, at least, is not the Devilish Duchess. Nor does this one look like it with its name. So, could be this one, you haven't seen it. Could be the one you're on. So what do you want to do?
You don't see anything, right? Any auras?
Yeah, I'm not spotting no words.
Not currently.
Okay.
I would like to do a perception check to see if I hear
Yeah, I'm gonna do
any
the same.
spooky dudes.
Any spooky guys here?
Spook
I'm
boy.
rolling like fucking shit tonight. I'm gonna
Any
die.
spooksters, spookerinos?
Well, 33 is not bad.
Nice.
I'll do this, but it's never worth it for me. Hell yeah.
I can also cast invisibility purge if we're worried about it.
Oh, wait.
Well, we haven't seen them be.
Glitter does.
I
I
don't
don't-
think we need to worry about that right now.
Yeah.
You're cool.
I
Roll me
always
a
have a
d20.
Who?
You're cool. Roll me a
Supposed to be
d20.
eaten.
Okay.
That's either good or
Nice.
bad.
Should have been anyone else.
Okay. So it's currently no. You don't see anything. Don't notice anything, and it just seems quiet.
It's a radius. Channel.
I'm getting paranoid.
Yeah, I'd rather like have obvious, horribly scary enemies in front of us. Because at least I know my enemy.
They also could be below deck for all we know.
Yeah, you know, I feel like Misty is a very paranoid person. Misty is going to cast see invisibility upon herself.
Okay. Currently, nothing pops up into your view. At least,
Just
at
like,
the very
you know,
least,
in
where you're at,
cage.
I will tell you.
We don't know
Yes.
what's in here. There could be some more fucked up shit in here, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Well, should
Yeah.
we continue onward,
I think so.
keeping our eyes peeled?
I will like look. There's like a hole here. I will like look down into the hull of the ship.
Yeah. It seems that like there's damage to all these ships, certainly in various places. Some of them do look like they've taken on a little bit of water, but just the positioning of this area, it's not enough to sink them and stuff. And probably the fact that like like this one up here, like you can see like it's a lot less deep up here, so they're kind of like they're all kind of shoved in here. So it's really hard for them to like sink and stuff, and and certainly none of them have enough damage to make them not seaworthy or to sink them. But there seems to be a loss of like a lot of materials. This above you right now seems to be like some kind of cabin, perhaps captain's or officer's cabin, and I think, let me just move Misty out of the way. The hull looks like it goes all the way down into the deck below, which is the cargo hold.
We're here to
Looking for a chest.
chest. Okay.
Or that
It-
for the ship?
This
that-
dude's ship's supposed to be here, correct? Did we get a description of the ship? Does this look like this dude's ship?
I'm
I don't know if we ever got a description of the ship.
I
no,
assume
but we
we
know
would've
we got the
asked,
name. Oh, but the nameplate was taken off because we found that on the beach.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really.
Well, we know the two, the one to our right and one to our left had nameplates on them,
Yes.
so we can eliminate them. So
I'll
it's
tell
either
you
the
that-
one we're on.
Yeah, the one you're on and this one over here do not have nameplates. So
So these-
this
Okay.
these two are not the Devilish Dervish or Devilish Duchess. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Our logic would dictate. I think we search the biggest one first.
also, just by the way they're positioned, this looks like it probably was the last ship put in.
Yes, so I think we just search this one first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, there's a captain's cabin here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a captain's cabin.
I just, walk down in there like
Okay.
a weird fucking
I
vampire.
keep my
dude.
eyes peeled
Okay.
for any weird spooky boys.
Because I just stick to the ceiling.
Jacob, roll me a d20.
Jacob's gonna get killed.
Oh,
Don't fuck this up, Jacob.
Jacob, don't die.
Very good.
Okay. All right.
your voice got higher on that one. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. I'm scared.
I'm not.
So, you can find yourself in the captain's cabin. As I said, this room has a big hole in it. The hole in the floor down into the cargo hold, not nearly as big. Looks like probably part of the mast fell down, probably when it was being torn off, and broke down in through here to cause the damage. Certainly, it has caused damage. The room is in kind of some shambles, but it does certainly look like a officer's, most likely captain's cabin.
Do you want to open the door or see if the door can open so the rest of us can easily get in?
I try the knob.
Knob will work. You can open the door. Certainly this is a lot like... It's not as nice as the cabins on the Dragon's Promise. Certainly the most thing you notice is the captain doesn't have like a bed. Captain has a hammock set up in here.
What a loser.
Yeah. But it's like a pretty nice like area with a hammock set up. Like, so it's kind of got like it looked like it probably was really like kind of had some nice furnishings. And honestly, it's like it looks as though a lot of this cabin is used not only for the captain's cabin but for like main navigation, and it probably would have been storage for a few things too. So it looks like there just wasn't room for like a cot or bed.
Or maybe it's just better for their back.
Hammocks are pretty comfortable.
They might just prefer it, honestly.
Fair.
Also on a boat, hammocks are probably better.
Yeah, because then you're not feeling the
Yeah.
rise and fall as much.
Nope.
I'm gonna make a perception check in here to see if there's...
Whatever. If I didn't want to get seasickness, I wouldn't be on a boat. All right.
Aw.
Jacub,
What's up?
you have the treasure the locate object or a small space of money.
Yeah, but it's less than 100 gold. Would that apply here?
I don't know. The chest might have 100 gold in it.
Oh yeah, I'll try it out. Yeah. I can put it up.
Treasure Seeker's goggles. What were you using with them? The detect treasure?
The locate object.
Once per day, I can locate object as per spell, but only to take 100 or more coins in a small area, as a backpack, chest, pouch, or sack.
I would also like to do something, but after this is resolved.
Circle.
It's not 100 more gold, it's 100 more coins located in a small area such as a backpack, chest, pouch, or... let me check locate object.
It's a centered 400 feet plus 40 per caster level. It's caster level.
All right. You, in fact, detect there is some kind of treasure of at least 100 coins nearby. It seems to be somewhere in the floor, but not in the cargo hold.
Yeah, so to posit what I was going to do, I'm going to use my at-will detect secret doors to detect doors, compartments, caches, and so forth.
You... First round, presence or absence of secret doors. An aura is outside of your line of sight. The number of secret doors, the location of each. I believe this... Let me just check this here. This, I don't think would count as a secret door, because it's not a door, I will say.
It's probably just like a loose floorboard or something.
Okay. I just wanted to double check that. I would only hold it for one round, is a note.
Yeah. Okay. So that would technically not work.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
You know?
Passes of doors or
Let's
openings
start
that have
tearing
been
up the
constructed,
floorboards.
escape protection.
He gets a general direction. So do we have like a spot that we are like?
Yes.
It's down. Yeah. Wait,
Sure.
No. Where? Yeah. Okay.
You just want to like tear up the floorboards?
Bucket. Yeah. Why not?
Okay, that will find it. You could have also just honestly either taken a 10 or 20 on perception if you know the area.
Well, I rolled perception in the area.
Yeah, it's not enough.
25.
Yeah, that was not enough. You didn't find. The DC was in fact 30.
I've been rolling well enough beforehand.
You rolled a 7.
This time I rolled crap.
Yeah. I mean, we know it's locations. Who cares about the?
Yeah, we're not taking the ship.
It's just like
Well, we could.
So
But
there.
did you actually scale it
Oh, I'm
out of
sorry.
here?
So it's like, it was there was a. Okay, I'm sorry. I got the wrong spot here. It was in the roof. There's like a hidden area you can move out of the way, and the beam right above the hammock.
That's definitely a cache or a compartment.
Yeah, it's like a little cache.
I'd say that would probably count for secret doors.
It might. I don't know. Secret
I
doors
mean,
are
that's
kind of hard.
It specifies
That's
the
by
word
definition a
compartment,
secret door.
the cache, or and so forth. It doesn't just say doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. It's
if
fine.
that wouldn't be
That's the
found by a
secret
secret
compartment.
door,
I'm gonna be honest. The locate object found it, so it's like after
Yeah,
that you
I mean,
really didn't need anything else. But yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
but
it could have
it's-
the
counted.
door is well
It's
hit.
the one
Never
time-
found that too.
It's the one time the 100 coins locate object.
There happens to be 120 platinum pieces in here.
Holy shit!
Oh,
What
wow.
are the chances? That's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
It's a secret stash, basically. Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking hell. You should have known about that. You befriended that person. She could have just told you where this was. That's on me.
Oh, well, she didn't tell us. She didn't.
Maybe she didn't
We
know.
forgot.
She knew about it, but didn't know where it was. We'll say instead.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is.
Is this what we were looking for?
Because it doesn't say earlier that she knows where it that she tells you where it actually is. It tells me that here. Yeah.
Why?
And it's like,
Sometimes I just
yes, knew about. Although Scraggs knew none of his crew knew about it, the first mate did, and she tells the PCs about it. You can learn that if she tells them about it, it's like, okay, she told them about the existence of this. It doesn't say she knew the location; that she just knew it existed. That's anyway. So, let me just, whatever. Whatever. Let me just copy what is in here.
Well, then this must be the right ship.
Yeah, this is indeed the right ship.
I figured because it was bigger than this ship.
Yeah. And and the way it's shoved in here does
It's
look
definitely
like
the last one to be entered.
Yeah.
A leather pouch containing 120 platinum pieces, an exceptionally well-carved ivory statuette of 2 entwining succubi with 500 gold pieces. I will tell you they're not closed succubi. 3 bottles of fine cigar and wine worth 250 gold pieces each. 2 potions to remove disease, a potion to cure serious wounds, and a bottle of air. He had his sexy succubi
Not an empty
statue.
bottle. A bottle of air.
I mean, who doesn't have one of those?
I mean, technically, isn't an empty bottle a bottle of air?
There's also a small leather journal in here.
Journal, weird.
Yes. Checking out the journal, you will see it contains a detailed accounting of Scragg's grievances against his former captain, Barnabas Harrigan. Hey, Myste, roll me a d20.
Is this a spell effect?
It is not.
Okay, because that actually does matter for me.
Yes.
That's 15.
Oh, great. Okay. Anyway, the bulk of this journal is kind of useless, honestly. This is another person that just really hates Harrigan, and so there's a lot of problems with it. But in the back of the journal, there's some information that can be helpful. For one thing, Scraggs makes it clear that his fears that as long as both of them live, Harrigan will never cease his attempts to track Scraggs down and kill him for daring to abandon the Wormwood. So this is the entire thing. Scraggs abandoned the Wormwood. And in the back of the journal, there are notes detailing how Scraggs hopes to one day invade Harrigan's fortress in the middle of the night and assassinate him. It seems as though that Scraggs would never carry out this plan, but he will have mentioned that he visited the fortress many times before he met the man's employ. Another reason that Harrigan was particularly angry with him, he was in much more of Harrigan's, it's more than just employ. He was actually probably deep in the employ of Harrigan. So you will in fact learn of Harrigan's main fortification, his fortress on Gavet Island.
Ooh, okay, we got a location.
You do. You have an island name, and you have some basic information and a basic layout of his fortress, including a bit of information about a few of the creatures and things that are what used to be there. Whether or not they're still there, hard to say.
Can I have that name again?
Gavet, Gannet.
Okay.
Again, it mentions a couple of different things. It mentions staying clear of the cultists of Norgorber. It mentions they have particularly some kind of horrible sea monster in their employ to protect their shrine.
Okay.
It mentions a name who seems to be their leader, Lucaria. Let's spell. Let me put this in chat. The spelling of the name.
He's a Pokemon.
Well, it's a she, but you know.
She's a Pokemon.
She's in your pocket and she's a monster?
Yeah.
Well,
she's a cleric of
Duelist.
Nuremberger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll assume cleric.
Home of the Normberger.
I don't know how to spell that fucking guy.
You will also
Cleric
know
of
that
evil
Harrigan has in his employ a male sea witch. Gilbrock the Tongue.
That's a little scary, actually.
It's a witch and a cleric under his employ and
Hey,
strength.
to be
I
fair,
love these character names.
to be fair, we also have a sea witch on a different boat.
Yeah, we'll bring our own sea witch.
So we have our own.
With
Yeah,
blackjack.
George, and Hooker.
She's probably much lower level, but we have one.
Who are you talking about?
Tilly's not Tilly. Jack. Flippy Jack or whatever. She's on Cogship, and she's a witch.
Yeah, I remember. I thought it was sorcery.
Nope.
Okay.
This is the information he would know, because there's other stuff that certainly he doesn't know the current thing. These are two people that have been around since his time, so he would still have mentioned them and stuff like that. Especially in his intricate knowledge of the tower and, you know, his plans to honestly attempt to assassinate Harrigan, which, you know, he never did. Revia! Roll me a d20.
Oh, yeah, I'm prepared to get attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
It's the lowest one yet, guys.
Okay.
I'm immune to disease, okay?
Okay.
Well, is this what we wanted, or did we want to try to take the ships and then refit them?
This is, I think, kind of what we were here for.
Yeah.
Right now it's
trying to
low
recruit you.
tide. I don't even think we could get the ship out.
But we should hop on our ship so they can't sink it.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to search the ship more? For,
Yeah.
more information? Or do we want to leave?
How many
No, we
minutes
also
has
could
it
be
been, Tantus, since since the ship got stuck? Or
How many
Refest?
minutes since it got stuck in the first place?
Yeah.
Maybe like 10. Took some time
Okay.
searching around the place and stuff too.
That's fine. All right. Oh, I'm stuck on the rock. Sorry. When did we hit the rock?
Oh, since you hit the rock. Oh, that. Honestly,
Like 30, 40?
yeah, we could say like 40 minutes, maybe between 40 and 50 minutes, I'll say.
Okay, so that means we have about an hour left. Sorry, about about an hour left on the water walk. Just so we remember.
Mm-hmm. Chester, roll me a d20.
Sure.
You just explode.
I'm waiting.
Damn.
Ooh,
He does. What?
Good
Wait, did
roll.
he roll that? He did. Okay.
Yeah, nat 20.
Yeah.
that's a good
Pop
roll.
like
Okay.
a balloon.
You just explode.
No.
No, I
Okay, that's
implode and turn into an undead monster.
Someone class explode Chester on you, and you just
Okay.
die.
Okay.
Well, do you want to search or do you want to leave? We know there's undead that are somewhere here that are very mean.
Well, we know they try to drown people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they tried to drown me.
Well, that was the paralysis, okay? I got you this time. I got remove paralysis just for you.
Well, also I have water walk right now, so
She can't drown.
Even if I became paralyzed, I'd just float on top of the water.
True.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I think it might be only your feet. But I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Hopefully it doesn't.
So what do you want to do?
I mean,
we can search the place if we want. I feel like we can search the other ships, but I feel like there's anything else important on this ship, she would have told us.
I mean, the only thing that would search would be like the cargo hold to see if they had anything, and we can't take a lot back. Is the thing.
Yeah. Do you want to just
kind of have a full up ship?
I don't know. I'm kind of worried about these undead still. They're kind of scary.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, even once we get back to our ship, we're gonna have to wait to high tide, though.
Yeah, but at least we have to consecrate to the undead are less effective.
Yeah.
I need one more roll. Who's gonna roll it for me? Your choice.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right.
Roll.
Yeah, please
Well,
do.
what's this
I
roll
don't want
for?
You have no
We don't
idea.
No idea.
It's for Bob the Builder to come build
Nat
us a
one.
new
Oh
ship.
my
Holy
god, that's either
Nat
really good or
20.
really bad.
Damn. Okay.
Revia explodes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Okay.
get struck
Great,
by
not here.
what do you call it? What's her name? Besmara takes me early.
Yeah,
to
Okay.
Tesmari
So, what,
smites
so
you.
are you heading back to your ship for now, or are you searching around more? What do you want to do?
I think we head back to the ship. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing that we could do other than search the hold would be to search the other ships and see if there's cabins that might have stuff in it, but again, we have a limited amount that I think we can take with us since we have so many people on our ship right now.
I will tell you, if you would be able to secure this area, these ships could be floated out during high tide.
Then we gotta do it. We gotta
I
take these
also want
ships.
to note for the actual ship's boat, we have we do it carries a lot of people.
Okay.
Specifically, it can carry a total of 16 medium creatures.
Okay, so the boats you have are actually a little larger than I
there
thought.
are not 16 of us on this boat.
Okay, so it is a little larger than I thought. But still,
Yeah.
that's not a huge amount. I was thinking like a dozen.
These are the boats that you're meant to ferry people to shore with.
Okay.
Yeah, and cargo too. Then right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We want to kill the undead here so we can take these 4 ships to like Tidewater's Rock or something.
Mm-hmm.
Start getting them prepared for repairs
Yep.
so we can man them.
Also, if we make this area safe, that might get us something too.
I'm going to tell you, it'd probably be hard to make this area safe for a long period of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this place sucks.
Yeah.
As much as there might be some undead in the area, because you would probably figure large amount of water, probably hunting the waters.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
The ones that were near the shore that you were at are very far away, and if they're
Yeah,
connected to these here, they're probably spread out a lot.
It's not really worth it to even try to secure this island because we don't get anything from it.
I'm telling
We
you,
just want to.
these could be
Just get
repaired.
these ships out.
These can be repaired, I will tell you, there is still some plunder in these ships too.
Yeah, I think we should try to secure this little cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm gonna roll one more of these here. See what I rolled. Ooh, okay,
One, baby.
interesting.
Someone in the distance explodes.
Well,
I
do you
mean-
want to go quickly check up on our ship to make sure they're all good, and then we can?
I'll probably see them from here, honestly.
Can we see them?
I mean, I might be able to.
Yeah. Roll me a d20 check followed by perception check.
Alright, here's a d20. That's 3.
Okay.
Here's my perception. Perception.
Okay.
It's 20.
Hey, your allies are in battle with some undead.
Oh shit.
we need to go help them.
That's what we've been rolling.
That's what you've been rolling.
I
How
figured
far,
that.
how far away are they?
Oh God.
Jacob, quick, cast haste.
Maybe
I
like
mean, can we see the ship? Is it
200
moving?
feet
I
away.
can tell
I'd
from
say
there.
like they're like right at the entrance of this place, and it goes back here for a little while.
Can you teleport us there?
They can't. Yeah, I always have teleport prepared. Because why not?
I
It's not moving. It's stationary. I know it.
If that works,
yeah, if that works, that's fine. I'd still cast haste on us just so we have it for fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it can't be that far off. I'm very familiar with.
I'm not. If you want to go over there very quickly and you use very quickly ways, you can help mop things up. They did a very good job.
Yeah,
they're high level.
And the undead have -1 damage.
Currently, Lucian is unconscious but alive. It looks as though he took the brunt of the hits, and Landless and Harsk were finishing off what looks to be the last one, as they were taking on 4 of them with the 3 of them.
I feel like what would happen is Misty would see Lucian unconscious and just immediately Raven slide her way to the boat and not tell anyone what's going on.
Yeah.
It would be pretty obvious.
Look, I'm going to tell you.
Misty zoom away.
The first check was was a perception check, and that's 7. Not great, but it was enough to like not have a surprise, but not get the drop on them. That was the first check. After that, there was 1 bad check you had up until that one. And the one was just, one of them being unconscious after murdering a botch of these people. I was just having rolls to see how well their battle was going. And the 220s were very good for your team. I didn't roll the 17. I was just rolling to see like how well they were doing, and was going to judge it after that for the time you were taking. But yeah, you can finish them off at this point in time. You rolled pretty damn well. So overall,
we run over. I mean, Jacub cast haste on us. We're at like.
The consecrate was a great idea. It helped.
I know. Yeah, I was like.
It's almost like they have good ideas sometimes, guys.
Yeah. I very rarely have good ideas. They're mostly mediocre.
It's almost as if these things have this thing to attack the smaller group of numbers, because it specifically says if anybody breaks away or there's a smaller group, they will attack them first. And you left 3 people at the entrance. Mainly because these things are jerks. But yes. Why don't we take our break here? Having you kill there's 4 dead of these things here. There was a big old group of them. But hey, victory to your allies. And they probably need some like medical attention and stuff.
Yeah, I've got the healing ones that they'll get healed with.
I can remember a delayed poison if any of them are poisons.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone's paralyzed, I can fix that too.
Yeah. Man, if you had just like normal dudes like you originally talked about doing, they'd just be dead.
Well, it's just gonna be like one dude.
He would have just been there like watching the boat. He would have been very dead very quickly.
You're technically paying my Marines. You should really use them.
Yeah, I just... Well, my biggest concern is I want to bring them and then like have to deal with like a bunch more PC combat. That's like the only reason I don't say it off.
Yeah, but if we're leaving them behind to watch a boat or something...
I didn't think about leaving them behind. I was just going to bring that one dude around and like maybe put him in a bag of holding for a while. I don't know.
Snack, drink, bath, and break. Go ahead and take those and we'll be right back. I'll actually put this screen up.
I want to post a link on it.
Okay. I will roll.
Oh, dear.
Pirates, roll out. It's like Transformers, except less transforming and more just going yar.
They're a bit more evil than the Transformers. Well, except in the movies, because they do war crimes in the movies.
I mean,
Hey, watch the 3rd Michael Bay Transformers movie. It's nothing but Transformers doing war crimes.
I wasn't gonna deny that. Oh, Michael Bay Transformers movies. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here because we have to figure out what you want to do with all these boats and stuff, because the undead have been defeated and your people rolled well enough to be like in bad shape towards the end. But
he's probably gonna like tend to her, literal husband for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll delay any poisons they have in their system.
And let me open up this dwarf's character sheet. What has he got? He's got a bunch.
There'll probably be quite a bit of like worriedness.
He probably cast some like curing spells and stuff like that. He's got some stuff.
Hunter. He's got druid spells, so
he does. He's got Druid and Ranger spells because
He's got both.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any he doesn't get spontaneous cures.
No, I think they still have to prepare.
Right? He does have a Cure Light Wounds prepared at the very least. Like, you know.
I mean, you just kind of always prepare that.
Yeah, that's a like...
Yeah.
For emergency.
Yeah, emergency stabilize.
Yeah, I can heal a bunch too because I have heal.
I'll heal my husband.
Mm-hmm. He also knows Life Bubble.
So happy about
because
that.
he only has 3rd level spells because it's a 3rd level Ranger spell.
I'm not gonna roll out the heals, but I'll drop 2 Cure Lights on my husband.
That's for everyone.
Give him a whole double Cure Light.
I spend a bunch of my fervor to heal people.
Yeah, they'll take it. They got beat up fighting horrible undead monstrosities.
So that's a decent amount of HP, and then we can worry about healing them when we're on the big ship anymore.
But we want them up so we can actually also have them help us row back.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the assessment of this area here. There are 4 ships that could be made seaworthy again. There are also 8 points of plunder in between those 4 ships. That's left over and not ruined. So you have 2 choices. You could either attempt to repair the ships here. Each of the ships is badly damaged. I will tell you, each has 400 hit points remaining and 0 hit points to the sails. Can't sail at all. No masts.
Oh,
wow. You could also tow the boats. That is an option. If you get the boats out, you could just attach them to your ship and honestly tow them away too.
Yeah, but how many boats can we tow at once?
One.
I was gonna say.
You could probably link them all together and tow all 4. It would be slow going.
Be very slow.
So if I wait and rest, we have the Wand of Makel. I also can I have the spell on my spell list.
Makel Greater? Anyone?
I do have. I have it. Yeah, I just need a day to prepare.
If we had our super carpenter Foxman here, these ships could be up and running in no time. But Myste has no carpenter skills. Myste isn't going to be able to help with this.
I think make whole for our situation here is actually better than make whole.
No, it's make whole greater is.
It heals.
You can get the hulls up and running with make whole. The things you can't do is you cannot put the masts back, and there are 0 sails, So that issue is a thing.
We need to get the hull. We need to get the hulls repaired before we tow them.
Surely we have someone who can do some carpentry.
Yeah, we have a carpenter.
I assume you have a carpenter's assistant, which is an expert, because when Rio left, Sandra took over, and Sandra would have had an assistant.
Because Rio was training Sandra.
Yeah, and
presumably Sandra has trained someone else.
Yeah. So I'll just write NPC.
I assume maybe only level 5 NPC, but they're someone.
Yeah, probably not a super great dude, but it's better than nothing, right?
I'll figure out the cost of hiring one for perpetuity for later.
Yeah.
And then also in a day I can learn 3 Great Hole make hole graders. So, and I can learn 7 or no, I can learn 6 make holes. So, Jacub has a spell too, I think.
I have both of them, but I also have fabricate. It says I can convert material of one sort into a product that is the same material. So can I take a lot of this broken wood and make it into one functional mast?
You can salvage the masts from here, but it's time consuming to replace them because magic will not replace them.
Yeah.
They have been taken off the ships.
The other thing you could do would be to use the wood and make planks out of it that could be used to actually repair areas. So whatever's not repaired by magic, they could use that wood to repair.
Certainly, you can take some of the materials.
The question is, do we feel like we can take a day to rest, learn spells, do it, and be safe?
Safe? No.
I would say no safe. Like, Misty got pretty good knowledge. Like, if the ones that were there, they're probably more. They're probably just not here. Like, if you rest, there might be more that will just move back.
Or do we think we could pull these ships out, they won't sink, and then just repair them out in the ocean the next day? Because why don't we just do that? We're like, just make whole parts that are a little sketchy and just continue to just slowly sail the ship to... can I see the big map?
Yeah.
Let me get the big...
We're not too far away from Tidewater.
Yeah, but we can't really repair and...
We're also not too far away from Ricky.
Ricky can only fit one ship in his...
Yes, but you can park your other ships in, like, the nearby area, honestly. You can do one at a time.
We can have Ricky do it for old time's sake.
I don't think he would do that. He runs a business.
Well, no, like, we can go to him, we can patron him. Like, we can pay him for old time's sake, instead of, like, going to someone else.
I pay him handsomely, too.
Although...
Cool dude, you know.
Because Tidewater doesn't really have a lot of space for ships. I'd say, like...
Tidewater has space for, like, one ship.
I'd say with these ships, because they are, like, they're a sailing ship, but they're a little smaller than yours, maybe, like, 2 in the bay that they have there.
Yeah.
Which you did convert it a little bit more to a place where ships could go into, the little bay near Tidewater. But, again, you've got 4 ships.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, even once we get it repaired, who's going to sail them back to our...
Yeah, we should probably go to, like, Quent. To, like,
I have the spell Unseen Crew, and we have that steering wheel to summon skeleton crews, and the ones we don't use for now.
With 2 of them, though.
We should just go to Quent, I think, and get people to repair it there, so we can hire a crew, too.
Yeah, you could sail around to Quent, certainly.
And we could circle back around and go talk to Pagsworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say, if you want to try to just get these out, I will not have anybody make checks. You can basically make plans with the time you have to get these ships out on the next high tide.
Easy enough, yeah.
And then we'll do as much repairs as we can on the way with casting, make whole.
You could probably, as I said, what you could do is, it will be very inefficient and very hard to turn. You might have to take, like, long berths, because what you'd have to do is, like, tie, like, a chain of ships together, almost. So it's like your ship is dragging the other 4, and each one is, like, tied to the other one with multiple ropes and stuff. It would mean, again, like, turning those ships would be shit. You know, they're not turning.
As a note, one of the ships doesn't need crew purchase because their crew's still alive.
Yes. And
are they willing to sail under us?
You've rescued them? Yes.
Yeah, we rescued them, and they were already against Harrigan.
I just don't know if they want to retire or not, okay? Like, they went through some shit.
But I think since they were also...
They might want to avenge their captain, because it's all Harrigan's fault.
Yeah, a possibility. Hey, everyone lives different life.
I mean, the first mate can get promoted to their captain.
Yeah, she seems like competent enough.
I can tell you, we can make this a little short. You can get back to Quent just fine. You will gain 1 infamy and 1 disrepute for this, and certainly, other than just getting repairs, which you will... I guess it will cost you some money. We'll say, like, a plunder per ship to get it back into full shape.
So 4 plunder, and we just got, how much?
8, so you've got 4 total.
We got 4 overall.
Yeah, you got infamy and dispute, and certainly the word of you that you've braved the so-called curse of Dagon Shod, not only and then survived, and returned with these ships. Having salvaged them from there, you get a bunch of new sailors that'll be willing to, like, sail under these ships for you. They'll think of it like
legendary.
I tell the story of how I did the pass 3 times trying to actually land the ship, but, like, I was just too good.
And of course, the largest ship, the Devilish Duchess, will be the head ship with the Elise Grogblood. Will take the role of Commodore of that one. There you go. You've got the Lost Squadron. It's called. You've recruited a new fleet. and they
Okay,
can
let's
sail
go.
for your bastion at the Island of Empty Eyes.
Well,
yeah.
Let's go, boys.
Yep.
Hell
Good
yeah.
work.
Yeah, we just got another small fleet.
Look, it's really a terrible idea to try to repair it there because another
Yeah.
group of those things attacks every night or maybe multiple times a night while you're trying to repair it.
Yeah.
That's what we figured. And
They prefer the night, and they just come in, and try to murder you while you're trying to fix stuff there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Miles, though, you can sail south to Goat's Head.
Your favorite place.
yeah,
It's been a while since you've been to Goat's Head, of course.
now we're level 11 badasses.
Don't
Okay,
see
not
the
losers.
Go here.
No, all the jokes about taking the thing, it's actually like, it doesn't.
You realize how stupid it is, yeah?
Could someone ping Goat's Head? I have no idea
Down
where
there.
that is.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does
down
feel
there.
kind of
Okay.
stupid, but Besmar would get a laugh out of it, so it's still very tempting.
You're hopeless.
Listen,
Um,
okay? Of course I'm hopeless.
So, Merrill Pegsworthy, he joined you for his party, but you didn't really have much of a chance to chat with him about too many things. You had heard that, he's been stationed out of Goathead on Fiery Rest Isle, and certainly when you come to a familiar bar in Goat's Head, Merrill
My enemy.
will be kind of sitting there milking what looks to be like a fresh rum.
Oh, okay. You said milking?
Like
Yeah,
he's
you-
like
have you
Like
ever heard
slowly
that term?
drinking.
he's slowly drinking. He's kind of like at the bar, slowly drinking.
Sure.
Milking?
Look, all right, hey, not
The,
everything.
the disgust you said milking. It's what sent me there.
I wasn't sure if I was hearing things.
It is an
Alright.
actual term for
It's
milking
a
a
term
drink.
that existed before the internet ruined everything.
It is.
No, he's right. Tantus is subjectively right. That is the proper term, but it's
However-
very funny the derision that Cell had for it.
Milking?
It's
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's the proper
like-
term.
Yeah.
It's like nursing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It means the same thing. Would you prefer
I
me say
believe you. I'm
nursing
not-
nursing a drink?
Here's mine.
I think
Better
that's
tell.
hilarious.
I'm not doubting the existence of this term, Tantus. I'm just confused on why it exists.
in my baseball bat.
Don't ask me.
I'm
Ask
not
the
asking
people that
you.
have the English language, okay?
Yeah.
Do you drink
What do you
milk
make?
quickly?
Anyway. So yeah. Merrill's here. He hasn't noticed you coming in. The bar in Goat's Head, which I'm technically not looking up right now what the hell its name is. I
Don't
guess
worry about it.
I could, but
Loser's port.
yeah.
What?
Fucking
There's a way
Nerdville.
worse places
Fucking-
than this, dude.
Look at you with your constitution about being independent.
Mhm.
Ooh, look at me.
You're
Dig
I
me
just
to old
think-
man.
animals, all of you.
Losers. But they can't even tip over our house.
Uh-huh. Anyway,
We
this is the Wall-Eyed Rum Room. There we go.
Fair enough.
Merrill's just sitting there drinking. It's actually pretty quiet this time of day, but not a lot of stuff happens here at Goat's Head. So I mean, it's
Touring town
it's on the ass end of the shackles.
in the middle of fucking.
Only losers go here.
Hey, you're here, so you're welcome.
Yeah, I never said I wasn't also kind of a loser.
I'm a loser, baby.
Fuck it. Misty's gonna approach this cool dude.
Yeah, I think on entrance I shout out Captain Pegsworthy.
All right, that's a little rude.
Free Captain Pegsworthy.
He'll kind of quickly turn around, kind of look towards you. It's like, and the honorable members of our Grand Pirate Council here to visit us. I'm sure everyone here would love to raise a toast to those of us that have seen greatness and success in their travels. There's a couple of here's, and honestly, like most people, seem like at this time of day just to be kind of
Don't
drunk.
give a shit.
Yeah.
Much like the
the
first time you were
Ajax.
here. It's not changed.
It literally, yeah, like the same people here probably.
The bartender will seemingly like get out some cups, pour some rum, and then kind of like look towards you as you approach and be like, "Drinks on the house for the pirate council members." And then he'll just like first drink at least, and then he'll get back to what he's doing.
You know, do I get good chat it? Oh, I do. I drop like, I put. Kansas, I need
Don't overspend.
About how much does a tavern make in a day?
Roll your economics proficiency.
I have no idea.
Do you think like 20 gold would cover it?
20
That's
gold?
more than most commoners probably see in a year.
I mean, like, okay, a tavern with a lot of overhead probably might see that much in a very busy day, I'm going to be honest, because it depends on what's going on. A tavern
Alright.
here where the drinks range from probably a couple copper for the cheapest drinks to some things that are more like a couple silver for some of the more expensive ones, depending on who's in town. Might,
Probably a low quality inn.
yeah, they
Listen.
they probably don't have a lot of very expensive drinks.
I put 2 platinum down. Drinks on me for the rest of the day.
The man will grunt and then just take it and put it into his till.
Making this man's life fucking miserable.
Yep, made it miserable. Well, listen, alright.
That's what he gets for living here, right?
It's what he gets for living here. I make his life worse by paying him. It's truly the chaotic thing to do.
You're a fucking jerk, man. How could you?
How could
I'm
you
a
pay
penny.
me?
Well, it's certainly been a long time, Meryl.
Especially after he gives free drinks. Ugh.
Not that long. I mean, with that nice party. I guess it has been a while since then, though.
Yeah.
So what brings
Yeah,
you to
proud.
Goat's Head? Home of freedom. The most freedom you find in all the shackles. It's what the
We
tales
need
tell
some
you.
help. We need
Says
some
so on
help
the
with
wall.
freedom.
Help with freedom.
Harrigan plans on attacking our island. We're gathering our allies, our wealth, our people. We're seeing if you're willing to help us against them.
Interesting problem you seem to have. Well. I've had some success. Didn't have much time to chat about it since I only brought my main vessel in. I've got a couple of ships under my wing. A few other captains that have united with me. Been sailing around this area. Maybe it is time to make a little bit more of a name for ourselves and perhaps assisting some members of the Pirate Council in defeating their mortal enemy and gaining victory will be enough to spread our own legends, such as you've spread yours. You know what? He'll kind of take a swig of his rum and kind of put it down. I'm in.
There's cheers.
That was pretty easy.
I mean, he was already helpful to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's, you never know. It's a little bit more of an ask.
He does this ship. This crew, his squadron is actually pretty small, but they have bonuses to morale because they're incredibly high spirited.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go. You know, this is where we mend the bridge
This
with
guy's
Goat's
been
Head. You know, maybe we'll have like we'll have a town in our island called Little Goat's Head.
Yeah, new Goat's Head arc, dude.
We build it. We call it Little Goat's Head, but we build it in the Cyclops ruins.
Instead of stealing their thing at the end of the game, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna like take it off the wall and put it in like a really nice frame and put it back up.
we get like a magically defended box to put it in instead.
No one can ever take this away.
Like if someone touches it, they get fingered of death.
You have to literally like
Jesus.
remember, no one can ever take this from you again. It's like, what?
They're like, we want to be able to move it somewhere.
Who is going to take it from us?
Don't worry about that. There's many people in the shackles that desire to take your freedom.
There's a ton of people, and I just turn around and just place it. Like go put my hand on it, and then Revia's like, "No, you're cool." I just run out of the bar.
We're over this.
We were forward.
It's a character development.
Animal.
Let's just go tip over some houses of gnomes. That'll make you feel better.
It's halflings, not gnomes.
My character can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
That's racist,
Yaalkol is just
Yaalkol.
racist. Dude, yikes.
Yikes, dude. Yikes, it's 23.
This is why this is why the chaotic game is great.
Yaalkol's gonna have to issue a public apology soon.
Yeah, I like chaotic but not evil games because they never fully go like off the tilt. They just always tilt at the edge.
At the edge of being actually horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, certainly, you've got Merrill on your side. He was very easy to recruit. What's your plans now?
All right. So
We have a sword.
we have 3 things we could deal with right now.
3?
The Clockwork Bird, the Sword, Tritons.
Ooh. Where's the clock?
We don't know where we have the bird. It needs fixed.
Once it's fixed, it will lead you to a location.
Yes.
Okay.
Where can we get fixed? Do we have an idea
Best
where
bet
that?
would probably be Port Peril.
Port Peril would be the
So-
easiest location because it would be the most people that have skill that would possibly be able to work on that kind of
I
thing.
think we
Quint
know
wouldn't
one
be
such
bad
person.
either.
Clint would be alright too.
Quint might have someone also. Exactly.
Those are the 2 best areas.
I will say we do want to be plundering some ships.
That's why I'm more of the opinion that Port Peril may be the better choice because it's along the better trade route.
I also agree because then we can go there, get this repaired, and then go sort of tackle all the different tasks that are all along the way.
Yeah, and then I guess the last thing is going to be the island of the Black Tower,
Yeah,
unless we want to go quicker.
That's
If
all
we're
the way
worried
over
about-
here.
Yeah, we're not worried about Werewolf Dude actually doing it. He seemed like
He's pretty passive right now.
Yeah, I think he just
Yeah.
wanted to secure it so he didn't have to deal with it. So he didn't have to deal with it right now. He might send somebody, so it's possible we'll have some resistance from his guys, but
Yeah, I think
we'll deal with it if it comes to that.
do a little raiding along the way.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
We probably do take a stop by Tidewater Rock
Okay.
to check if everyone's doing good.
Have they been slaughtered? Are they fine?
Tidewater Rock is, I'm just going to say, currently secure. Honestly,
Yeah.
You have, a bastion of pirates you put in charge of it,
There's 20 people with half plate, cutlasses, and bucklers and boarding pikes.
The place is secure. The thing is, no, it's unfortunately very far from the island of Empty Eye, so it is a little bit harder to check up on it. And they don't get a lot of traffic from allies of you, but that can change possibly if you get more vessels and stuff. Because they don't have really a reason to do much else, there hasn't been much. And again, not many pirates are crazy enough to attack the thing.
Yeah.
Because most pirates don't have high-level illusionists that are their captains that feel like, it's necessary to attack this point.
And I'll be real, a group of 20 soldiers in half plate, they have 2 weapons each and a light crossbows and then a level 7 fighter is kind of a scary fight.
And also, you're not there, so random pirates that are technically hired on by Swagans to murder you, which is actually what happened, which you didn't know about, don't happen. Turns out that Sahagwine Cave you killed a lot of people on. They had allies in powerful places that wanted you murdered.
Kill them later.
Yeah.
Well, we brutally slaughtered all the ones that we're fighting.
Good.
Yeah.
They're evil.
We
We
left,
never want to piss off the Sahagin.
but I mean, we did.
They literally deserve it. They're like evil assholes.
Yeah.
They are horribly evil creatures.
I say kill them all.
But I don't need
I mean,
justification.
there's a lot of them is the problem. I don't think you want to go to war with an entire civilization.
No, just a cave. Just
Yeah.
Also, doesn't seem to matter. But yeah, I think we go to Port Peril first.
so yeah, we're going this way, and then we're gonna be plundering ships for all those +1 chain shirts. That's
gonna-
a classic.
One
Okay?
chain shirts, baby.
That's a classic
episode
meme.
for me.
And you can have some 6 plunder along the way. There you go.
Ooh, plunder.
We owe 5 plunder to the eel, I think. If that's correct, Cantus, or is it 2?
I
We
don't
I believe we owe
recall.
him plunder. Currently, we can give him more from the do more stuff.
Yeah.
We do owe him plunder. I know
You didn't owe him a lot. It might have been like the 2 that you actually like agreed to give him.
that. Yeah, I paid him some up front and said we'll pay you the rest later.
Yeah.
As like
Yeah.
a contract.
I think maybe 5 was so you can give us more information.
I know 10
Yeah.
was like he would go to war with and help us in the actual war.
Yeah.
So I'll take 2 off of their plunder counter. Say that's for the eel.
Okay.
So we have 8. Did we want to get more and then sell?
So
Or-
I'm of the opinion, personally, we should just keep it as plunder, because we may need it to pad out our fleets, and if we want more eel help, to keep it kind of more simplified, because we're kind of good on buying stuff for a bit.
Yeah, that takes up. Yeah, we have plenty of cargo space. Cool. We make it to Port Peril.
You do.
Port Peril.
Alright, and so you're looking for someone to help repair the clockwork bird. Certainly, Port Peril is a large, bustling metropolis. You can find someone that's an expert in clockwork. It'll be an old man. We're gonna call him
Steve.
Bentley. I did not spell knee correctly. Sorry. I tried to add an extra e.
Also, before we land in Port Peril, I'm going to consult my book,
Ooh.
so it'll help us find things. If anyone else wants to read it too, they can get the +2 circumstance bonus on knowledge local.
Okay.
Oh, really? Dope. I'll do that.
Knowledge local, bluff, and diplomacy checks for information in that city.
Those books
They're
are pretty good, and they're
very
not too
nice.
expensive either.
So hold on.
There
And
you
it
go.
lasts for 24 hours.
Bentley Bryan. He's an older man. Does work with a lot of like clockwork watches and stuff, like very like pocket watches and stuff. Stuff that requires like very small, intricate parts that are probably pretty expensive. He's called Bent Knee because he had a horrible injury to his one leg and honestly doesn't move around and has to walk around with like a cane, and even then he kind of struggles to move around.
This is just me in real life.
So he just kind of normally sits around in his shop working. He has a number of assistants, and when you come in, one of the assistants, a young woman, will kind of greet you. Hello, is there any kind of thing you could help with? Repairs?
Yes.
Something you'd like to order?
Need something repaired. I will put the bird on the counter.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Let me get the master. So coming in from the back, seemingly struggling a little bit, with like a very negative mood. It's someone that he probably doesn't move around a lot throughout the day. So
They could a fucking wheelchair.
yeah. So like he just works from where he needs in his room and stuff like that. Moves as much as he needs to, and like getting up and like moving in here unnecessarily. Like, oh, there's something really interesting that you should check out. And it's like, first you can see as he's walking out, kind of that negative face. But as soon as he sees the bird, his eyes light up. Where did you get that thing?
I'll explain where I found it. I don't actually know where I found it. I think it was.
There's like an entire story of like while you were journeying and
Yeah.
kind of came across things.
A spiritual journey.
Yeah. During the midst of your journey, you I remember hearing rumors about this, and it just so happens you were in the area of the spiritual journey and kind of came across something there. Anyway, he'll kind of take a look at it and kind of turn towards you and say, yes, this all makes sense, of course. I know the person that you speak of, the one that made this. I was one of their apprentices many years ago, out of Quent. It was before he took himself upon the pirate crew. A device like this seems more, well, alive and magical than your average clockwork. You said you need it repaired.
Yes.
I could take a look at it.
Of course. Be happy to pay you.
No charge. There are secrets here that I would like to learn. Techniques of an old master that I lost when I was much younger.
Well, we are hoping to follow it. If you would like to tag along, or us to bring you anything back, I could arrange for that.
I'm too old and my body is too broken to accompany you on such a journey. But perhaps if I could send someone.
Of course.
Liza. Go with them. What? You will learn many things. There might be secrets that you can learn that even I can't teach you. But I don't... Look. I promised your mother I would look after you, and I promised her that I would make sure you have a good employment. My master was one of the most renowned masters of clockwork and jewelry making that there ever was. Though my skills as a jeweler have waned, my skills for clockwork have gained much. I always preferred it over the jewelry. I still could probably make a very fine ring if you would ask for one. But there are things you could learn if this would take you to where his masterpieces were, or even notes that he might have. Things that you could learn more than me. So go with them. Have a little bit of adventure. Don't let an old man's injuries push you away from having fun. The pirating life was never for me. But a little bit of danger and a little bit of excitement might be for you. She's gonna kind of squint at him and be like, fine.
I mean, think of all the fun you'll have on the high sea.
This is the pitch for being a pirate. Think of all the fun you'll have in the high sea.
Look, man.
My eye kind of twitches a little
did
bit.
it.
You don't want to be a pirate for us, man.
That's a tagline.
Tend to get slaughtered.
He will agree to repair the your little device here.
Hell yeah.
Huzzah.
I would like to see go up to him and say, if you don't mind, I would like to learn a little bit from you. Do you care if I observe you while you complete your repairs?
Yes and no. You can learn if you need to at a different point in time. You are a pirate. Don't try to be a craftsman.
Get fucking
Jacob.
destroyed. Oof.
Yeah, apparently
I say that out loud.
If you wish to
Jacob,
learn
man.
skill, then apprentice under someone.
Yikers.
Jacob, if you thought the coconut hurt, that was way worse.
You really have to commit when you become
This
a
guy has like 2 years left. By the time you come back, you probably won't be
Whoa,
Jacob,
Jacob!
It's fine.
What-
All right, Jacob.
Uncalled for.
Jacob, you're in timeout in the corner.
No, I don't know.
No, he can talk shit if he wants. That's always fun.
Liza will call from the back. Look, if he wants to learn a few of the basics, I can teach him on the traveling. You have to earn Master's trust if you want to learn his secrets. And God, I don't think he's going to ever trust any of you perfectly.
I mean, like, how are we supposed to deliver him cool things that he wants to learn?
That's why I'm coming
We don't know
along.
what you're looking. Oof.
Jacob, you have to
You're
dedicate a large amount of time to learning craft. You can't just watch someone work for 2 hours.
I mean, to be fair, you could pick up a headband of intelligence and learn it in like a couple days.
I imagine for that, I was just curious, to be honest with you. I don't want to become a master craft. I just like watching people work,
Jacob, would you wouldn't if I was staring over your shoulder while you were like learning magic, right?
Liza will kind of pop out like
Love that.
a headband of intellect. Who would make that to make craft?
It's much better suited for other things.
I'm just saying it's an option. It wouldn't be a
Any
good
skill
one.
is an option for such a magic item, but something so powerful usually is
It's not that. I mean, it's
saved for skills that are more critical to life rather than something so simple.
No.
All I'm saying is, if you want to watch me,
listen.
join.
Look, a headband of intelligence is pocket.
I mean, it's not. It's quite expensive.
It's like 4,000 gold.
This one was a lot more difficult.
Yeah, but that's like the double one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not just a headband of intelligence. So I guess you're joining the ship for a bit. Any dietary restrictions we should tell the Quentin, aka fucking turtles?
Well, he doesn't cook anymore, remember?
I know.
We have a chef.
I paid a very expensive chef. A lot of money.
Worth it.
I would bring as many water resistant things as you have. It's moist up there.
Do you have any next of kin in case you get horribly murdered?
Alright, guys.
I'm joking.
Relax.
Hey, a raincoat can save a lot of discomfort. Okay, it gets cold up there.
Why would you have a raincoat for cold?
You ever been wet
Yeah.
in the rain?
Wet.
Just don't be
Way.
wet.
You ever been wet?
I just sit there with my scales and I say, being wet's not really a problem for me.
How lucky you.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I just sort of.
He shakes it off.
I think this dress that you can't see I'm wearing, but I'm wearing it, under the hat, guys, is resistant to mold. For the amount of times I've been in water, it's still fine.
Well,
Does this smell weird, Tanton?
It's
it
one of
smells
the
very
traits.
mildewy.
Dude, you don't ask a man his salary or a woman his age or Revia what her dress smells like. All right.
Look, I'm gonna say the
three
dress
things.
probably doesn't smell great. It was on a corpse for a long time.
I have
Takes a
I have
while.
Jacob prestidigitate its smell every once in a while.
It
Take
permeates it
Take a
still.
lot of
Yeah.
that, you know?
It goes away for a little bit when you cast it, but it always comes back.
Yeah.
Can I purify dress? Can I develop a 4th level spell to purify this dress?
Purify threat.
What's that spell?
Will you let me do it?
Make it holy?
Remove the
I
corpse.
can't consecrate a dress.
Purify food and dress.
Very specific.
Anyway, the dress provides me great safety in my battles.
It's hideous.
Well, good thing you can't see it.
It's gaudy, not hideous.
No, it's kind of hideous. But you can't see it, okay? I have the hat.
It looks
disguise
very
on.
nice in it.
I mean, I could try to sleight of hand the hat off your head.
I can see you trying. You can't see. Listen, the hat. Anyway, I hate you all of you. Every single one of you.
No.
If you had a raincoat, that dress would smell less like mold.
Jacob, have you worn a dress?
I'm wearing a dress. I'm wearing robes and a
That's
raincoat.
not a dress. Robes aren't dresses. You're dumb.
Okay.
They're very different.
You can't. This is a puffy dress. I can't put a raincoat over it and still fight. Like what?
The practicalities of fighting in a dress that's spooky.
It just gives me insight, okay? It tells me when to dodge. I can't explain it to you.
I've worn a dress in some time, but no, they're not great for combat usually.
No, this one's magic and horribly cursed. I still haven't tested the
Should just let that one lie.
I'm never touching it. I'm scared, absolutely terrified of what's gonna happen. But if it comes down to it, I will cast it.
Oh no.
Hey, if I'm already think I'm gonna die, what's the worst that could happen?
Yikes, dude. Well, see you
Can we
back.
stop scaring the poor lady?
I
Oh, that's right.
We're in this. Yeah, you guys are in this dude's shop.
yeah, I know.
Well, we should go,
We're
right?
not like normal.
I'm pretty normal.
Right,
I'm probably the most normal.
Yeah. I'd argue
We're
Chet's
all a little
you
insane.
can return the next day with Liza having settled into the ship to check in with Bent Knee Brian. Liza will, of course, accompany you, but she's like kind of found a place on the ship to at least, set herself up.
So weird.
Brian will kind of be like, I fixed your bird. It speaks some kind of riddle. Up to you to figure out what the hell that means.
Fair enough.
Well, say what you're going to say. The bird is actually kind of like much like it was kind of like alive-ish before, but now it is actually kind of like acting more like a bird. This silver toucan. So it kind of speaks as like, from darkest jungles whence I came, through bloodied waters did I fly, along the coast of serpents to the jungles which I was found, deep in the heart of the burning sun trees, where there lies nothing more, nothing less than the great ring of fire. There my master waits.
Burning sentries, the lake of fire in the jungle.
Did I try a knowledge local?
Sure. I'll let a local or geometry or geology.
Geometry.
Geography.
Geometry is a very specific skill.
Get a map coordinated.
Sacred geometry? Oh, I roll some dice, guys.
Right. I'll roll a local.
Okay.
I have a 13 for local.
Too many knowledge checks this session. I can't. This isn't me.
So, Misty. The one thing you will know about is the one part of it that it was speaking about, because it sounded like it came from some form of jungle.
Yeah.
And it traveled past a cove of blood water
Yeah.
to the coast of serpents.
Perhaps through a slithering coast.
You think it passed by or close to Blood Cove.
Yep. That's what I figured.
Where is that?
Yeah, all the way bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were just over there.
Yeah. Thing about Blood Cove is it is outside the shackles technically.
Yes, it's a Cigarin.
It's independent now,
Wow.
but it's also like honestly not in good condition with the shackles because there has been threat of renegotiating the deal with Cigarva government that has been bribing the shackles, which they haven't yet, but thought that might occur because a lot of that money was to prevent Blood Cove from being attacked. But Blood Cove is independent now because they went and did that. So there has been worry that you can tell because you are members of the Pirate Council that that contract could be renegotiated. There's still reasons to have that contract. The amount of money coming into the Shackles, and especially the Pirate Lords, might drop. So certainly there's a lot of Pirate Lords that are looking very negatively upon the, Blood Cove for doing that. Why did you get independence? It lets us have less money. It's a weird kind of thought pattern, but there is a lot of that going along. So there's been some tension between the, Shackles Hole and Blood Cove because of this. So I would be careful when flying a pirate flag, is what I'm saying.
We might not want to fly our pirate flag.
Yeah.
We just fly the normal flag.
Because we have a merchant
Don't
flag.
we have, yeah, it was like we got a merchant flag early on. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, from one of the merchanty countries.
Would that mean that we need to
One
have
of
less-
those guys who engage in commerce, like dirty.
God, imagine.
Which one it is, all right?
Although, we should maybe pick up plunder on the way, if possible.
That's up to you. I'm not the one who drives the boat.
I think having more is good, especially if we want to buy mercenary ships that help us, like a mercenary. How much is a mercenary?
I don't know if we need a mercenary fleet at this point, to be fair.
Better safe than sorry?
If,
Also,
if it's
Dragon
all at the
Deal-
bottom, can you plunder on the way down?
We could plunder on the way down, plunder on the way back. We're like doing a lot of sailing right now, so we kind of can plunder anywhere, really.
We might as well. And the thing is, you could always use the money to upgrade the other ships that we just got, their weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it looks like we're headed for Blood Cove.
Okay,
We're heading to Blood Cove.
why don't we end it there as you're heading for Blood Cove?
Let it go.
On the trail of the lost messenger. If anybody knows where he's originally talking about, someone in Blood Cove might, because if it traveled close to Blood Cove, certainly something in the region might hint at where that is from. That happened. Because certainly, the tale tells of a shipwreck and going to an island, but that island could be somewhere right outside the Shackles. It could be to the south, along the Mwangi Expanse. There are plenty of places that pirates may have gone outside the Shackles to go hunted and ended up in trouble. So,
Yeah.
But we'll leave it for now.
Yeah.
Hey, you finished up the Jagon's Jaws, and you got a new friend, and you're got a bear, and you've got this nice lady who's she will say goodbye to her master, who is in fact her grandfather.
Oh,
There, yeah.
Yeah.
that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Must protect him.
I'll allow her to work in my workshop if she wishes.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the easiest way to not be around pirates.
Yes.
Just be in the workshop, because
Yeah, most of our pirates are going to be well behaved. It's Conqueror you got to worry
yeah,
about.
Conqueror is fine. He's a
Keep her
strange
away
perception.
from Pantsless Boy, too.
No, he usually wears
The
pants.
dwarf is fine. He's just a little weird.
He just breaks into Yaalkol's quarters the whole time.
He breaks into our room. It's weird.
I'm sorry, but the first thing
He doesn't break in.
saw
He's
when I
there.
Yeah, he's just there.
First thing I saw when
he's
I
not
joined
allowed
the-
in, and he's doing it.
He was
First thing I saw when I joined the ship was a pantsless dwarf.
he was sunning himself.
That
Hey,
was
that's
not my fault.
You were on break.
I have
He wasn't.
rules.
You were. He was doing stuff like it was busy. It was not. He wasn't needed. He was on break. He had vacation time.
It
Yeah.
doesn't mean you have your naked self on the deck of the ship. You can vacate and off the ship.
You can go on the beach if you're on vacation.
Yeah, if you want to sun
But
yourself, you're welcome.
he's
to
got to
do
be
it in
ready
the
just
tent.
in case combat happens.
I mean, do you want him to sun out in a place where you're just trying to build up?
yeah.
But,
We're,
oh, let's go settle. There's pantsless dwarfs there. It's fine.
Oh shit! I just found
How do
a
we-
spell that
how
could
do
be
we-
useful.
How do we greet our new crewmates? With pantsless dwarfs.
hey, there's also an owlbear man who greeted you as well.
The Albert man, he's
Yeah,
not
the Albert
pantsless,
is-
barely.
Yeah, he technically has clothing.
Clearly, that didn't stop.
He
him
has
at all.
loincloth. He actually has loincloth.
Hey, I was doing it as a favor for a friend.
That's how it
Hey,
starts.
look, you've made out in life, okay? You joined the pirate council.
Yeah, I know. I joined a crew and automatically I'm on the pirate council. I'm just like,
Well,
okay.
that's a huge W, okay?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying it's not. It's a small
just gotta
price
deal
to
with
pay for
some-
pantsless
Oh,
sport.
yeah. As a note, I did. While we were in Port Peril, I probably did tell my dwarf friend to go and look into Yaalkol thing, since maybe there's a family member here.
Indeed.
So, I don't know. Misty wants to know about this. Our idiot captain. Literally, no one knows anything about him.
Mm-hmm.
I say hi to Nat
Yeah, that's fair. That's here too.
and my mom and dad.
Those are also here.
They're gonna get murdered one day by someone that really hates.
Probably Harrigan.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Harrigan's
I
gonna
should
kill your
hire.
parents,
I
yeah.
actually should hire like.
Mercenaries
couple-
to guard them.
Yeah, I really should. I'll figure out the cost of that. That seems a pretty reasonable thing to do
You
in
mean
this
guard?
stage of life.
Just like probably get guards for the
I guess once we deal with Harrigan, I'll move them out to like our island so I know they're safe.
I've got friends in Port Peril though.
Yeah, except they
Well,
could
they
be
have-
assassinated.
We've got lives there, man.
They have
They
a
always
bard friend aboard ship.
Yeah, but
who's
he's not
seduced
always
to both
there.
of them- Who's
Oh
seduced
yeah,
to both
they're
of them.
the third
He's
wheel.
not. He's not always there. Okay.
Anyway, let's have some shout-outs and stuff. Eric, you got anything to shout out?
No, I do not have anything to shout out. I had a good time, and I'm looking forward to getting to the tower. I think that's my next thing that I'm kind of excited about.
Tower's gonna be interesting. That will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
But certainly there could be some interesting things. Weird jungle adventure, going to a clockwork place.
I might get a new leg, guys. Finally.
Let me get a clockwork leg or something.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that.
Don't lose your +1 against sea creatures.
No, I
man.
did. I just great.
I know. No. Tag leg is what gives it to you.
Henry, you have anything to shout out?
No, thanks for joining us. Come back to watch Jacub get triggered from smallest thing, I guess.
Or Jacob. He doesn't deserve it.
I'm trying to play him like he's a nerd who likes to watch things. If you really you can't learn things. He's like,
And if you like to watch, you got to be a little more subtle. about it.
Honestly, and you probably could be a better craftsman than him.
Look, Liza will teach you some things, some basics, but honestly, her grandfather was just like, nope, you're not a craftsman, you're a pirate. I
They
guess.
don't take it serious enough.
I get that. You have to say it out loud.
Look, he spent all his life learning a craft on shore. You gallivant around the oceans on adventures. His master was apparently lost the world because he went to pirating, and so he's looking very negatively upon pirates as a whole.
Yeah, man.
That's
I mean, to be fair, pirates are horrible people.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, we're kind of the outlier.
And
You're
we're kind of horrible people.
you are horrible. You're less horrible than your average pirate.
Yeah, well,
Well, some of us have pretty horrible histories.
yeah, and Jacob did brutally murder
Jacob did
surrendering people.
surrendering people, yeah.
Yaalkol did too.
Yeah.
Yaalkol's not off the hook.
Momo, do you have anything to shout out?
I did. Yeah, watch me on Discussing Tabletop, where I enlighten the viewers with my boomer opinions.
Where we can get angry at Wizards of the Coast for something else.
As always, watch this show where I suffer greatly at the hands of my own hubris.
Hmm.
And where I can't roll above a 3.
One day. Sal, anything to shout out?
I'm chilling. School started. Lifespan.
Hmm. And Joe.
Puppy, yay!
Your puppy.
Oh, not puppy. He's 2 years old.
A young dog.
Yes.
Oh.
He might still have Puppo spirit.
Unlike he's very old now.
Past Star Jacobin, Lord Emperor here at the Jacobin Empire. So, next thing that's on the agenda is going to be on Friday. I will do another 10 levels of finishing up Parasite Chrysler Building, because we've gotten through 50, 20 more to go.
Oof.
It's hard to do that in more than 10 in a sitting.
Yeah.
That's why I've been spreading it out. I'm doing a little bit of that beginning of each stream, because honestly, I would go insane otherwise.
Fair, yeah.
You're already insane.
That's also true.
Doing it once is an interesting thing, and I'm also like unlocking something I've never done. I've never gotten the toolkit and the super toolkit. I have the toolkit now. Awesome. Never did that before. You know, that was one thing about this game that I knew existed, just never did. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Very good chance it's just going to be the finale on Friday. We're in Threshold. I think that's the final area. I've seduced the queen, so she's an NPC now and part of my party and has mythic powers. Awesome. You know, I got my queen waifu as part of the team. I've unlocked pretty much the storyteller thing. I might have some checks or something to go the god route. I don't know. Me and queen waifu could go off to be gods somewhere or something. I got some more demon lords to kill or something. You know, the list goes on. Well, it'll be fine. It'll be interesting. We're gonna do more of it. It might be finale. It might not. I don't know how long that's honestly going to take, because it's the, in quotation, Act 6, and it's just a big old set of dungeons. So we'll see. But I'm going to play through it, and you know, I think I'm at the end. I was thinking about doing some other stuff. Fuck that shit. I'm good enough. You know, I finished up everything. I skipped Camilla's final part of her quest, you know, and some other stuff. But, you know, we'll finish it up. Anyway, that's maybe Friday. And then Discussing Tabletop Saturday. Anything else on the schedule, I let people know as we kind of enter development. And next week, expect me to try probably finish up Parasite Eve. And then I'll look at if there's anything else on my list of games that I really should finish so I can start something new. Because I never finished them. And we'll add something else then in. But, you know, hopefully, yeah. Friday, finishing up Wrath of Righteous. I'm very close. I'm ready for it. Anyway. Thanks, everybody, for joining. It was fun. Join us again next week. That'll be on the schedule. And, you know, then we can go do some Clockwork stuff. And then maybe check out, I guess next thing after that would be Trenton's, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of move into that. I assume those two will kind of run into each other then. So, hey. Hope your rest, if it's still Wednesday for you, great rest of them. If it's already Thursday for you, like it is for me, hope your Thursday is really great. Otherwise, have a good one and see you next time. Farewell, everybody. Check out all the links and all the stuff, yeah, etc. You know, YouTube, Discord stuff. Bye.